everyone, it is Dani and welcome to this update video. I hope that you guys are doing really well this New Year's Eve morning. So if you're in parts of the Western Caribbean, you may be pretty happy, especially with the weather, or you may be a bit sad because it's not your ideal weather. You were looking forward to a New Year's Eve, but that cold front is in the Caribbean. Here you can see it on the infrared satellite imagery extending from Central America through the North Caribbean and out into the Atlantic, and it has been affecting many areas with some heavy rain, not even heavy but just continuous rainfall since yesterday. I can say for a fact that for some parts of Jamaica that's been happening, and there might have also been flooding across some areas. So you can let me know in the comments what's been going on for your area, but this is likely to continue through today, and some areas may experience some additional heavy rainfall, which may certainly trigger flooding. So even though there may not be flooding in a particular area because of the continuous rain saturating the soil, then it may not be able to hold any more water, so it kind of just piles up on the surface, and that is when it becomes a problem, when there is nowhere for it to run off to. So that is the concern, especially with those low-lying areas. So guys, please stay safe, and if you should encounter any flood waters, turn around, don't jump. But many persons are planning to attend the various New Year's Eve events later today across portions of the Caribbean, and as I said, this weather is likely to continue even as we head into tomorrow, but today will likely be the most significant of it. And as I speak, let's zoom in more into the Caribbean, and across the eastern islands we can see that some patches of clouds are moving through, potentially bringing some rainfall to sections of the Lesser Antilles near the ABC Islands as well. There's all that activity associated with the front over in the Western Caribbean affecting parts of Central America. Some of these areas are also experiencing below average temperatures. So with the winds coming from the north or the northeast, then that is helping to bring some cooler temperatures to some of these areas. And then the Cayman Islands, Jamaica, Cuba, the Bahamas, the Turks and Caicos Islands as well, as even parts of Hispaniola are being affected by this front as well. Now let's look at the rainfall forecast for today. Here we go. And as this becomes more colorful, it represents more rainfall activity, a lot more rain. So as we head toward those shades of yellows, going up to the orange, red, burgundy, purple, pinks, that is indicating higher rainfall totals. So starting with Northern South America, parts of Colombia, Venezuela, and even for Guyana, there could be some substantial rain, especially for Northern Guyana. As we head over into Suriname and French Guiana, not a whole lot is expected. And then, as I mentioned, there are those patches of clouds coming in from the east, moving through the Lesser Antilles. So for much of the islands, Lesser Antilles, all the way down to Trinidad, even including the ABC Islands and Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, there could be some showers today, potentially some heavy downpours. Now, as we head further to the northwest, let's take a look at this. Here we can see that for parts of Hispaniola, sections of Haiti, and even the Northern Dominican Republic, there could be some heavy rainfall today. There we're seeing some of those shades of oranges and those reds, even a burgundy shading popping up right there. So there could be up to around 2 inches of rainfall at the maximum. Similar story for Jamaica. Much of Jamaica is likely to experience some rainfall, but some of these southern parishes may be a bit dry. There may not be much, maybe just some overcast conditions or just a very light passing shower. But some areas, especially northern parishes and over to the east, may experience some very heavy rainfall, which may trigger flooding again, up to 2 inches of rainfall or so. And then going over into Central America, we're certainly seeing more of these burgundy shadings with even some purples popping up. So 2.5 up to 3 inches of rainfall at the maximum. That goes for portions of eastern Honduras and the northeasterly portion of Nicaragua. So those areas may experience some decent rainfall as well. There's going to be that potential of flooding, and other areas will also experience that rainfall, such as southern Belize, even the Keys as well, the Bay Islands of Honduras, potentially some spots in Guatemala, and then as we head down to Costa Rica and even for Panama. As we look to the offshore islands of San Andres and Providencia, most of that heavy rainfall should remain offshore, but there could be some passing showers at times. For the Cayman Islands and most of Cuba, there could be some showers moving through, but there may not be as much compared to the aforementioned areas. And then going up to the Bahamas, the Turks and Caicos Islands, similar story, some showers may move through. But this is not the only impact, because of course there is the below average temperatures, as I mentioned, and even those stronger winds. So first, go into the temperature anomaly map. This is what GFS is showing for this morning. Those blue shadings are representing below average temperatures, which means things are cooler than what is typical at this time of year. So we can see portions of the southeast US go into the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos Islands, Cuba, the Cayman Islands, even for portions of Jamaica and over into Central America, Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, parts of El Salvador, even for Honduras and some spots in Nicaragua as well. The temperature may be a bit lower than what is normal. And then as we head into tomorrow, the 1st of January, the start of a brand new year, some of that cooler air will be loitering around. And with that, those stronger winds as well. Let's look at what Euro has to show. So this is for later today. We can see these purple and these blue shadings, which represent the winds up to around 30 knots at the maximum. Wouldn't be surprised if there are some gusts higher than that throughout the day. So for portions of the Bahamas, near Haiti, Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, even going toward the Caribbean coast of Honduras and Nicaragua, those winds are certainly going to be picking up. We see how calm it is over in the east, but that's going to be changing. So this is as we head into tomorrow, and here we can see that Euro is showing more of these darker purple shadings across much of the Caribbean. So the Lesser Antilles, the Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico, winds are going to be picking up, even for the ABC Islands as well. It's a bit calmer there right now, and with that, the waves are also going to be rougher. So right now, seas in the Western Caribbean are up to around 11 feet or so offshore of Jamaica and to the south of the Cayman Islands. Then as we head into tomorrow, we're not seeing all these yellow shadings, but these seas could be up to around 6, 7, even 8 feet across portions of the central and the Western Caribbean. So that is what is expected right now by the models in terms of the wind, the temperature dip, and of course those wave heights. So that is what I wanted to share with you guys in this update video. And if you're planning to go out this evening with all the festivities, please stay safe as best as possible, guys. Hopefully there will be no incidents. And also, again, with the weather, there may be some periods of flooding across portions of the Caribbean islands headed towards Central America due to the front that is loitering around. So that is a big concern for today. Hopefully there is no major flooding. And also, it is unlikely that I'll be posting an update tomorrow morning around the typical time, but potentially in the afternoon. If not, most certainly on Tuesday, I'll be doing an update for you guys on all that is happening across the tropics. But at the time, the front itself, all the rainfall associated with it, should be dissipating as it weakens. So that is it for right now, guys, and I really hope that you found this video to be quite informative. And if you have any questions, as always, please do leave them in the comments. I will respond to you once I get the chance to do so. And remember to always be weatherwise.